Whatever
Hey,
you want.
Hot Geeks, we're here with Scott, all right, of Hot Geeks. Scott, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, we've been doing this for about 10 years now. We got into this by just doing like real world props, doing a lot of picking. Of course, the reason why it's called Hauntiques, we take a lot of the real world stuff that's old, that's rusty, that people are not just going to see every single day. Bring it into the scenery, and then of course we also make custom pieces to help along with the scenery as well.
These are awesome. I love how realistic all the blood looks on them. What is your favorite item that you have here?
Well, actually right now I'm going to do a little shameless plug along with it.
Do it up. Yeah.
So I'm making entrenchment tools, and we actually made that for a movie that Tyler Mane starred in.
Oh.
Of course, y'all know him as playing Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yep.
Also played Sabretooth in X-Men. So we made that specifically for that movie. Of course, I'm also rocking the t-shirt.
Yeah.
So, boom. You can check that out, online as well. I won't take up any more time on that part. That's probably my favorite as of right now that we make. Stuff, if we was to go picking, medical things. I love medical.
Yeah.
Because it's scary to begin with when you go into a haunted, not a haunted house, but into a medical field, doctor's office, whatnot. Everything's scary there.
Yep.
Because you don't know,
For sure.
What they're actually going to do. They've got these little prods and things like
Do
that.
they really know what they're doing? Just kidding, not
Yeah.
my doctors.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, but I don't know what they're doing. So all the real world stuff, it's just when you put it into a scene itself, it just looks scary,
Yeah.
especially when it's real.
Yep.
So how long have you guys been in the business for?
Well, actually in the business, about 16 plus years.
Okay.
But doing the haunt trade show stuff, about 10.
All right, if our viewers wanted to get in on some of your products, where can they go to get their...
They can look up Scared City Haunted House on Facebook. We also have Scared City Hauntiques on Facebook as well. And then if y'all do a lot of YouTube out there, we have a production company called Scared City Productions. You can find us on YouTube as well.
Very nice.
Awesome! Thanks for reading with us. We're going to give you guys a little view of what they have on set here and see what you can get in on when you go to visit their sites.
Thanks,
Cool, cool,
guys.
cool.
So, I'm Angelique here with Kevin from Gorgalore. How you doing today, Kevin?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Awesome. So, what'd you bring to Transworld this year?
A lot of monsters.
Yeah?
Yeah, we brought some facade work. So we did a giant swamp shack, giant graveyard, giant werewolf, giant tree guy.
Yeah?
We got a bunch of small animatronics. We got killer wolf, animatronic. We've just got
That
an
wolf,
absolute
man,
load of
he's
stuff.
scary.
Thank you. We like
You're
wolves.
welcome. That's so cute. Thank you. So, what's your favorite thing that you brought with you?
Me.
You know, you're my favorite thing that you brought too,
I'm just
Kevin.
happy to be here.
Yeah, I am super happy that you're here too. I don't know if you guys know this, but Kevin supplied a prop for our booth for people to take pictures with. We call her Nurse Betty. She's kind of like becoming one of the crew, so thank you so much.
Certainly, certainly.
So if you're interested in stopping at our booth and taking an awesome picture with our Nurse Betty from Gorgalore, definitely do that. What else should I ask you? Is there anything else that you want to tell all of our awesome fans, Kevin?
Well, we got more stuff.
There's more stuff?
There's more stuff.
Tell me all about it.
How about pumpkins?
Pumpkins, yes, love
Lots
pumpkins.
and we call them grumpkins.
Oh, pumpkins.
So
how
we've got a whole pumpkin line that we call grumpkins.
That's awesome. Is there anything cool that you want to show us?
Well,
Kind of take this little show on the road?
we could go on a little tour.
Yeah, you
right
want
over
to go on a tour? Let's do it.
We've got a giant werewolf and a giant tree right here that you can look at.
Giant whale, giant tree. Awesome.
These,
Take a look.
this is Evil Ant,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's a photo op.
Okay.
So it's intended to just go.
Okay, like right outside, you know,
Be
people
scared.
waiting in line, all that. To get the
You know, you can be scared.
I mean,
fiberglass pumpkin, Ventnor outside.
That's really cool too.
Put a fog machine in it and some lights, and you're kind of ready to go.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. I know you're super busy. Thanks for meeting with us today, and thanks again for our prop. Have a great day. Keep busy. I know you're
Thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been exhibiting at Transworld this year 21 years. So, I mean, if it wasn't beneficial, why would I keep coming back?
very true.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a, if we want to cut to the chase, simple answer. We've got the whole life cycle that surrounds this show. This show sets us up for what we do for the whole year. The whole rest of the year is filling these orders. And then when the shows, when we're done filling orders, then we start preparing for Transworld again. So we have an entire life cycle that's based on being a part of the Transworld haunt and attraction.
Hey everybody, Mac here. I'm at Ghost Ride Productions with Michael Shaley. Tell us a little bit about what kind of products that you sell.
Well, it's been 20 years since we first started coming to this show.
Yeah.
And since we started the company out of my garage in North Hollywood. And we have just always wanted to do stuff that was new and unique, but also something the haunted industry's never been seen. Now, back 20 years ago, there wasn't much of a haunted industry as far as props and such. But when we're here at the Transworld show, this is where it just explodes. And this is where we have all of our creativity for the whole year is all at this show. That's why this is the only show we go to.
Okay, so you got some new stuff here with you?
We have about 75 or more items, and because as stuff's getting put in the box, we say, wow, that would be cool if we did this instead. So then all of a sudden we're making more stuff. So we have about 75 new items just for this year you've never seen before.
All right, so what is your favorite piece that you're going to walk us through? What is your most favorite piece that you almost have a hard time parting with?
Well,
at
I
this
don't
show?
have a hard time parting with it because everything's made in molds, and I have 20 years with the molds. Okay, so I can make anything over and over again. But I like this guy because I'm not a I'm not a Christmas person so much, but we're playing around with these big pumpkins. So these are actual pumpkins that we mold.
All right.
And we introduced these about 3 years ago, and we just started stacking them in the corner. And then somebody said, hey, wait a minute, let's do this instead. And so then we came up with this snow kit.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's like our little photo op. And maybe farmers and such that want to have something that goes on during the October season, then carry over to the Christmas season. This might be kind of a funny way of introducing it. So I like this one a lot.
All right.
And then as we go through,
We get a little scarier.
yeah, it gets a little less orange, a little more red. So a lot of things we do as an homage to things that are in pop culture. So we have like this character. This is a character from the Halloween industry named Tater, and we flew him up and we did a life cast of him, and then we basically put him in his underpants.
Poor Tater.
And now everybody gets a little Tater. We have more pumpkins this year. All of these pumpkins, none of these are actual pumpkins that are sculpted. They're all rotten. We put them through the paces of going through the molding process and then casting. So all of these are fresh pumpkins that we've done. Newer ones that we're doing right now, we're noticing that some of the stuff that we want to do has to be more interactive. So if you swing around this way, a lot of times these props you don't want to touch, but we don't want actors to touch them, but we want your actors to what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say
You want them to interact with
interact,
them, right?
yeah. And this is actual silicone too. So this is kind of from Stranger Things. We just thought kids. If we wrap, let's go this way, and then we'll come back around. And then we tour a lot of haunted houses throughout the year. And one thing we notice is a lot of the haunted houses don't really have a whole lot of dinner scenes that look fresh. And so this is a complete package. So this is, this is $1,200. But for $1,200, this is everything you need to get your table setting freshened up. And then we also did this with the 450-pound character as well. So it comes with the 6 table places. And then if you wanted to add more, we have the servings, which are over here. These are all handmade. These are not molded. So we actually do hand make all of this stuff. So we got the pickled gums. We got the ears.
This one right here,
There you go.
that's making me hungry. I haven't had lunch today yet.
There you go. I don't know anything but Transworld. I started at Transworld. I've seen the other companies that are out there that have these trade shows. Nothing compares to Transworld, just because, I mean, you look around, look at the noise that's going on. This is an energy show. This is the show where everybody goes, and this is where people spend money. You can go to the other shows and get little buttons and bottle caps and refrigerator magnets, but this is a show. If you have a business, you need to be at this show, and this is the reason why we only go to this show. So it's changed my business completely.